when we first began this whole thing, I had issues with it. I didn't really want to do it, first of all. It's because I thought I was hearing myself with this idea to do this, and it was a vision given to me, because my dream was to play professional football, to go to the NFL and play, just like this. That's the thing for guys. I'm from down south. I had opportunity to go to Grambling State University, and from there into the NFL. But unfortunately, I ended up being drafted into the service, and then I had to come back out of the service after 2 years and pursue this career. But this wasn't what the Lord had planned it for me. And when I found out what was in my plan, it didn't set well. So the struggles I had with believing that, and then the things that He'd done to show me that this was my vision, it was just the things, like when we first said I tried at the Milwaukee Bucks facility up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for these girls. One of the scariest moments for me is when I had all the media there to cover this story. And I think I had 6 girls that showed up. I had sent out 136 letters to major universities, but I had 6 girls standing in there. And I could hear some of the media guys say, do you think we should have came here today? This is just gonna be a big flop, And at that point in time, I went over to assure these guys, no, the girls will be here. They know what time they're supposed to be. It was like about 5 minutes till. So then I'd say, excuse me, and I go downstairs to the men's room so I could pray. Exactly what I did. I went down and said, Lord, help me, please. That was my word. And then I come back upstairs. I think 3 minutes before the time that those girls supposed to came in that gym, those glass doors open and girls come through with duffel bags. And it just, the chills that went down my body. It was just stuff like that. It was one thing after another one that God done for us. We had no major sponsors. No major sponsor. I think the biggest thing was the girls they was never mentioned in this whole thing in women's professional basketball. These are NCAA Division I ball players like Sarah Cameron, who played for the University of Missouri, Martise Irie, standing out in Nebraska, Diana Vine, standing out at DePaul, Pistol Pete, standing out up in St. Louis. These girls was the pioneers of women's professional basketball here in the United States, and people don't know that. They gave up everything. When I asked these girls to play with us, I was asking these girls to give up flying out on TWA and eating steaks and stuff to eat at McDonald's and go in a 15-passenger van with me to explore women's professional basketball here in the United States. The girls did it, I think, mainly because of the love of the game and to be pioneer of women's professional basketball. I think to be known as the one who laid the foundation for the future of women's professional basketball here in the United States. Because remember, the girls, when they finished college ball here in the United States, they had to go over to England, Japan, or somewhere else to play ball. They couldn't advance from college like men and go into the NBA because there was nothing here for them. So I think if the whole concept for them was just being a part of being the pioneers of making something possible for women here in the United States. We went from 91 to 1995. In 96, the NBA announced that the government budget was gonna introduce women's professional basketball to the United States. And at that point in time, I know that we wasn't gonna be able to compete with the NBA. But I do also know that we had laid the foundation because we was the first ever spring and summer women's professional basketball league. And the NBA decided to stay on that same floor mat that we had built there, and we had also had conversation with the NBA at one point in time, So I feel at this point in time where the game have went, I think it's great for women. But I think the main thing for me is for these girls to understand how it came about, what these other girls gave up for them to be there today. Good morning, my name is Lightning Mitchell, the founder of the Women's Basketball Association. And today I'd like to present a copy of the book, The Vision, to the Kansas City Public Library. As the Vision takes another step forward and taking its place in history. This book was actually written to show the type of quality of the players that played in this league and to pave the way for women to be able to play professional basketball here in the United States.
Hello, I'm Carrie Coogan. I'm the Deputy Director of the Kansas City Public Library, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Lightning Mitchell, for your dedication of this book to the Kansas City Public Library, and not only just for the dedication of the book, but for all of the hard work and putting this story together so that it can be an inspiration for so many other people. I can tell you as a former basketball player, I played in junior high, high school, and even college, that this story means the world to me, that it's just being told, and we're just grateful that you're here to tell it. I can also tell you that this is going to hold a prominent space in our downtown location, Central Library, where we have sections for local authors to tell meaningful stories and tell stories that sometimes we would never actually hear if it weren't for people like Lightning. So we're grateful, and we thank you all so very much.